Hello and welcome to another episode of the Black Dog Sports Podcast. I am your host, Arthur Hosey Jr. of the class of 2008. And I'm joined here by my co-host, Mr. Jeremiah Short, Derek Thomas, Coach Kendrick Vivian's, and apparently Latoya Thomas's cousin. We have a few topics for you all today. We're going to start off with Dak Prescott throwing a party, which I don't care about. Rakia Jackson decides to stay put, which y'all already knew. And the important one is which 3-on-3 team of Mississippi State greats would win in a tournament and why. So I'm going to start off with the guys and get their temperatures before we start. I'm going to start off with the senior member of the podcast, Mr. Derek Thomas. What's happening?
What's going on, Bulldog fans? Yes, unfortunately, Arthur wants to let everybody know that I am old as shit. But, hey, I love Mississippi State Bulldog sports and was ready to rock and roll.
All right, we go on to the second senior member. Let's go to Mr. Kendrick Vivian, a.k.a. Bully. What happening?
What's happening? What's up, man? Glad to be here. Glad to do another podcast, man. I'm ready to talk about this 3-on-3 because I've already had somebody talking noise to me, so I'm ready to talk about it.
All right, bad boy, baby. And we go finish off with Mr. Jeremy Short. What you got going on tonight?
Oh, no, man. Just excited. We kind of been on fire with the podcast, man. I'm excited to talk about this 3-on-3 too, even though I'm not the women's basketball person. But at the same time, there's some interesting names on there. So I'm intrigued as to the Latoya Thomas and Victoria Vivian's team debate. I'm intrigued by that one. So let's go.
All right. And Latoya Thomas' cousin, do you have anything to say before we start?
No, I'm just ready to hear some good conversations about some sports and see what y'all talking about today.
All right, bad boy, baby. So we starting off with Dakota Prescott decided that he wanted to throw a party in the middle of the coronavirus outbreak because why not? I have no idea what angle we supposed to be taking with this, but Jeremiah came up with it, so whatever. Take it away.
Oh, no, man. I just saw it as a topic as Bulldog, so I thought it was interesting with everything that we have going on, the Dak to throw a party, but, he even tweeted out himself. It turns out he said it was only 10 people in attendance or less than 10 people possibly, so it might have been something that was a little sensationalized. But I think the real story with Dak right now is the fact that he's virtually holding out, which is some new stuff. But it seems like Dak is virtually holding out, so maybe that's a bit more interesting news right about now. That just came out today, so.
All right, so Derek, what you think about this nonsense?
Well, it looks like it wasn't a party. It was a dinner party for 10 of his friends that unfortunately got blew way out of proportion. Don't get me wrong. We know we're supposed to be under stay-at-home orders, but people still can live a little as long as you're following the guidelines. It's not an issue here for me.
What about the virtual holdout?
He needs to go ahead and sign his contract. Right now, what's the purpose of holding out? Holding out for what? You know what I'm saying? With coronavirus has the season in limbo, man, go ahead and sign your tender. You know what I'm saying? You're going to sign your franchise tender and, continue working toward a long-term deal whenever that time comes. So go ahead and sign your contract, man.
And Kendra Vivians, what's on your mind in terms of this party situation? Party. Let's all get wasted.
Okay, listen. Mine is real quick on this one. First of all, if they want to kill themselves, go right ahead. Second, he says it wasn't that many people. He said it ain't that many people. If they say don't have 10 people, don't have 10 people. Regardless if you feel y'all safe and got all the Lysol spray and all that stuff. They say don't do 10 people, don't do 10 people. You not above nothing. You see that now because they ain't getting your money. You ain't above nothing. So shut it down.
Ooh.
Hey, it's true. Hey,
strong words.
If he was something, he would have been, they would have put that ceiling up, paid him in money, broke him off. They like, dude, really, man? Come on, man. You not, dude, really. And so I think that's what they're doing in the negotiation room. Jerry Jones like, come on, bro. Come on. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter to me as far, like I said, the holdout, that's how I feel about the holdout. I'm praying that this meme I saw wasn't true. It said something about he can't feed his family off 30-something million. I pray that.
$34 million. I saw that.
I hope that was just like clickbait. Lord, I hope that was clickbait. But neither here nor there. That's all I got to say about Dakota.
Give me $34 million. I'll show you how to feed your family.
Give me $34,000.
All right, so Latoya's cousin is gone, and somebody called with a 662 area code.
That's Toya.
I'm thinking it's Toya.
Yep, that's me. I'm in here.
All hail the goat.
Right.
Made it.
The llama of Mississippi State women's basketball, really basketball in general.
I'll say women's basketball.
Yeah, just basketball in general. All right. So it's interesting that you would join us now because our next topic is about Rickea Jackson deciding to stay put. And why did she stay put? Why did she stay put? Can Coach McCray get the most out of her? And can we make a run next year with her leading the way? So I'm going to start off on this topic with Mr. Derek Thomas. Take it away for us.
Well, I'm a big fan of Rickea Jackson. And as her game developed as a true freshman, you could see that, you know, she was finding her way. And there were some times where Vic didn't start her. I don't know if that was punishment related or something, but she's your best player. So now we have a new head coach that was a star player in college, a veteran WNBA and overseas player, a basketball Hall of Famer. If she can't get the best out of Rickea Jackson, no one can. I can't wait to see how Rickea develops under the coaching of Coach McCray-Penson.
Of course, I'm still on mute. All right, so I'm going to go next to Jeremiah Short, since he created this one, which is actually a pretty good one. What do you think? Why do you think she stayed? Can Coach McCray get the best out of her? And can she lead this run?
I think she really, probably realistically thinking about she is someone that probably is looking to go to the WNBA. You transfer to another program, it doesn't always work out. So why not stay here? Right now, she is our star player. We do have Jessica Carter, but we know what Rickea Jackson brings to the table. I think right now it's a lot of hype on her. We're expecting her maybe to one day be the GOAT. So, or people think she has that type of potential. So you never know. So at this point, people think that she has that type of potential. So she stays here. She's the star player. She's going into a sophomore year with a coach that probably will have a handle on knowing how to coach her. Because it did seem at times she was a little brooding, had a bit of an attitude about the way that she was being coached. So I think having a great player coaching her, I think Coach McCray-Penson will know how to get the most out of her.
All right, so Fat, Mississippi Fat, a.k.a. Bully, what's your take on the subject?
Well, it's pretty much kind of the same thing because my whole thing is saying, why did she come back? Because it made all the sense in the world. I mean, regardless if she's the GOAT, the future GOAT, the past GOAT, whatever, right now, this is her team. At this moment in time, this is her team. So regardless of, where she's going to land in history of Mississippi State, right now, this is her team. You have the veteran coach coming in that, has a proven record. Why am I leaving? I mean, that's the whole point. Why am I leaving? I mean, why is it even a conversation? Somebody mentioned Carter and everything. Yeah, Carter is more like, Carter is not like a Big T. She's more like a
Wilson.
Huh?
She's more like an Aja Wilson because she can move.
No. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. What?
She can.
Oh, you comparing how she? Oh, you
how she plays? Yes.
Oh, you know what I did? You know what I did with Rickea and Toya? I'm saying, like, you're not saying that's her. It's just, that's who she kind of put you.
Yeah, she moves.
Okay,
She's a different type of player than Big T. Big T was gonna man that middle, and you weren't gonna move her. Jessica Carter, she can move. She has post moves. She can dribble. She can take you off the dribble. So that's part of her game that wasn't really a part of Big T's game.
But what I was coming at, though, I wasn't just talking about the style of play right there. I was just talking about the role. Your role, because we played through Big T.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's Carter's role.
You're right.
That offense is going to run through Rickea Jackson. I mean, that's just going to be – that's what it is. It's not going to run through Carter, but I heard him mention. So, but again, why would you leave? That would be my question. Why leave? So not why did you stay? Why leave? So that's my take on that.
All right. So, I still can't believe that you uttered Jessica Carter and Asia Wilson's name in the same sentence, but whatever. So, going on, I'm going to ask this question to Latoya Thomas's cousin. What do you think about Rakia Jackson staying put? Can Coach McCray get the most out of her? And are we going to make a run next year with her?
She ain't on, but I answer for her, though.
Okay, great.
Okay, I agree with that. Pretty much, why would she leave? And you forgot to mention about Miss Nikki McCray-Penson. She's a Olympian as well, not just a WNBA All-Star or overseas player. She's an Olympian. She's proven, and she has so many avenues that the girls can use as far as making it to the next level. And I don't know. I think it's a good idea if all the girls stay put, in my opinion, because I think we got the best coach in the land right now.
All right.
I want to ask this question: why are you calling her the best coach in the land?
Actually, she's a teammate of mine. We played together. I played against her, and she was coached by the great Pat Summit, and I know she learned a lot. I used to work with her on the regular. She was one of my mentors, so I know exactly how she moves. I know exactly how she treats players, and in my opinion, she was a big reason that they won a national championship in South Carolina.
So
she got they needed.
So I had this question. One of the things that people are saying about her and some of the negative things they're trying to put out about her maybe not being the most approachable. How can you kind of like refute that and tell everybody that that's not the case with her?
How can they say that she's not approachable? They probably have never tried to approach her, in my opinion. People can say different things, but you never know. A lot of people say I'm mean, but people that know me, they know that I'm not mean, So you can't really say that if you've never experienced it. She is, like I said, she's a player's coach. She's been in that situation. She's the ambassador to women's basketball. She helped start the WNBA, actually. So I think, like I said, I think she's the best. I think we had a home run.
That's good to hear.
I agree
from
with
the dog's mouth.
I agree with you, most definitely. And thank you for correcting me. She won a couple gold medals as an Olympian. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, I'm right behind you with that, cuz. Simple. I mean, that's the best thing for state right moving forward. Stay put and make it happen.
Yeah, we loaded now. We loaded. We loaded.
True that.
Now, make sure our recruits come.
But I got a question for y'all. I don't want to take over y'all podcast, but y'all always mention the GOAT, the baby GOAT. Why should that matter in sport, in Mississippi State sport?
It really doesn't matter. It's just I know. See, Toy, I don't know if y'all know her, most humble person, especially as an elite person. She just as humble as she want to be. But it doesn't really matter. But when it is what it just is what it is. I think that's what it is. Like when you talking about it, you cannot say anything Mississippi State sports and talk about the best without mentioning Latoya Thomas, men or women. Like you can have a male conversation and somebody gonna bring up Latoya Thomas. So it's not necessarily, that it matters. We have just fussing over it or it has to be set in stone because it's one of those what's understood doesn't have to be said kind of deals. So I mean, it kind of is what it is, Toy. Like I say, I know you humble. You like one of the most humble people I know. But in your case, in the case of Mississippi State's athletics, I mean, it is what it is.
Understood. I just wanted to ask that question. You know, I don't get into that debate often because that's not mine. You know, that's not my mentality.
Right. We know.
The thing is, the way you played the game, you earned that title. You know, I've been a fan of yours for a very long time. Watched you play from high school and in college and in the pros. Your work you put in on the basketball court earns you that title, in my opinion.
Well, I think
Well,
the
let
thing.
me
Go
wait.
ahead. Go
So
ahead.
for me, I'm coming from a different place because for me, it's like the city of Greenville has like very few things that we can hang our hat on. Like the economy is bad, the city is going to Hades, the football team ain't won nothing in forever. And so for me, I come from a different place because it's like Latoya Thomas has always been a source of pride for the city of Greenville. So, you know I'm a little bit overzealous when it comes to that particular topic. So that's just my 2 cents. It's from a Mississippi State and a Greenville perspective, especially when it comes to these Starkville High people and they seniors who get sent to the bench they senior season, but whatever. All right.
Nah, I think it's just fun. It's kind of like in NBA basketball. Everybody debates who's better, LeBron or Jordan. That's like the debate. I mean, everybody kind of put the LeBron-Kobe debate to the side years ago. So it's like now it's Jordan and LeBron. You have Shannon Sharp come on TV every day. Every time LeBron have a great game, he put on the GOAT mask. The GOAT talk is – in Mississippi State, how often do we even get to have that conversation? You normally have a great player comes through like that. Is there anybody really can challenge him as the GOAT at quarterback for Mississippi State or GOAT, period? So when you got a player that comes through that shows those type of qualities, you're like, she got a potential to be the GOAT. Now, you don't want to put the cart before the horse, and then she's just a sophomore. She ain't did anything yet. But at the same time, she's able to lead us to a national championship. People might start talking about her in that vein.
Okay, that's respect. That's all right.
All right. So it's a good thing that you asked that because that's a perfect segue into our next topic. Now, which one of you guys has the graphic for us?
Kendrick.
Take care. I told you go ahead and handle that, man. I don't know what I'm doing.
Bruh, I had to remote into your computer and do that.
All you got to do is look it up yourself.
Yeah, just look
It's
it up.
Bruh.
Start talking
Okay,
about
let me
I can
pause.
talk about it, though. I can talk about it. Let me talk about
Wait,
it.
hold on. All right, so if you're watching on YouTube right now, you'll see the graphic that's on the screen or the meme. And it says, Derek Thomas, which captain wins a hypothetical 3-on-3? This one is tough. I don't know all of these folks' names. I ain't gonna cap like I do. However, I do know what my response is. The Latoya Thomas team all the way, because the thing is that organizations take on the characteristics of their leaders. And we know that Latoya Thomas was a fearless leader. You know, I only got to see her play in person once because I never went to Greenville High game. But I remember we were playing an exhibition. Mississippi State was playing an exhibition against somebody. It was like our freshman year. And I remember Latoya was like just hanging around the 3-point line, not really. It was kind of like she was like, well, you know, I ain't gonna do it to him or whatever. But somebody went over there trying to challenge her. And she hit a fadeaway 3 in this girl's face, falling down, hitting the ground. And it was the most beautiful thing I ever saw. And so we know that she's a Mississippi State leader in points. And she took way less shots than somebody on this podcast. And yeah, she actually scored points against teams that were good and not just against Southwest Texas. So that was a step in the right direction. Plus, we got itty bitty. You know, 40 points against Baylor. That shot her around the world against UConn. And what I think is Martha Alwal. So go ahead and give me those two, you know, kind of in the post-ish area. Give me itty bitty running the point, you know, with her clutch gene. And I think that there is just too much clutchness going on that team for anybody else to handle. But if I were to look at anybody else, you know, Tori's team looks pretty good. But like I say, if Latoya goes and puts on the jersey for like Mississippi Valley State University, then yeah, they don't stand a chance. All right. So I'm gonna go to Derek next because we know he's a super duper women's basketball fan.
Well, I'm also going to roll with Latoya's team. But I'm also going to say they're going to face the team led by Big T in the finals. I mean, you know, you got Big T in the middle. Then you have number 2. Is that Alexis Rack, the 3-point queen?
Oh my God.
Okay. And then you have is that Dillingham 00? Is that who that is?
Yes.
And you know she's a hustler. She's gonna play defense. She's gonna get loose balls. So shut up, Arthur. I think that team is gonna face against the the Ghost team, and the Ghost team, Latoya Thompson team, with Ida B and Martha Arwaz gonna come out on top.
All right, so Jeremy, what you got for?
Well, I think the top 2 teams I see right now will probably be Teton's team, and I think the team that will be led by Rakia. I wouldn't even say by Victoria. But I don't think Big T team can do it because for one. Say what?
Off with your head.
All right.
That's what the queen gonna say to you, because Victoria's queen.
Right. And so I said the team led by Alexis Rack. I got a chance to see her in person several times, and she's highly inefficient. Now, she's on that game and hits all her shots, but if it's one of those 3 for 21 games, I don't know if you really can trust what A-Rack is going to do. We know Big T's going to show up. Dominique Dillingham, I mean, she's a hustler, but we're talking on a 3-on-3 format. We have to think about what format it is. So if she's facing Toya's team or Rakia's team, who's she going to guard? Is she going to guard either one of them? I mean, she can give some resistance, but they're going to dominate her. And then Tan's team is probably too small. Tan was a smaller guard. She can ball, but her team may not be big enough really to match up with that team. Now, I think it'll be a close matchup in the finals between Toya's team and Victoria's and Rakia's team. But even I would have to say that if we had to give it to the veterans right now, we know Toya is proven. So at this juncture, I think you would have to give it to the team that you know who can produce when the time comes.
All right, so go ahead and give us.
Eric don't look like he agree.
Go ahead and give us your take, Ken.
No, he supports.
He keep going with Team Vivian's.
Oh, dang, baby, what is wrong with y'all?
So do we know who the young lady is on their squad? Number 10?
That's Makongo.
Makongo, okay.
Center that got drafted.
Okay.
You got 1, 2, and a potential 3 WNBA draft picks on this one team.
And not a single clutch gene between them.
Huh? Don't mute. What you say?
Not a single clutch gene between them.
Agreed.
So, first of all.
Who said agree?
Me.
It ain't her turn. It ain't her turn. What y'all talking about? Anyway.
She said she agreed. Not a single clutch gene.
Okay. I was about to go one way, but I'm going to go the other way. All right, so now we got Jackson, all right? Jackson, we're going to handle the between the 3-point line. So we got 3 different levels with Jackson, all right, with my team. We got behind the arc, 40% from 3. I got Jackson.
Who's 40%? Rakia?
No, Tori was. Go on Google it. You've been Googling it. Go on Google it. Senior year, 40%. All right?
Senior year.
Yeah, senior year when they moved her to power forward so she couldn't take all them bad shots no more.
Doesn't matter when or where or how, what position. The girl shot 40% is on the books. All right? Then Makongo had 200 blocks almost 200 blocks in 2 years. All right. And she gave you like 10 points a game, something like that. Then Rakia Jackson tore her hit upside the head a couple of times, get her mind right. She gonna be clutch too.
How you figure it wouldn't be Rakia? He didn't try upside the head.
Whoa. How she go cluck somebody upside the head and make them clutch? She need to cluck a goddamn self upside the head.
No. Because guess what? We got 2 Final Fours. What are you talking about? And you know why?
She didn't do shit to get us there.
Listen, so
I have to debate that. She did contribute a whole lot to the success of that
you
team.
don't not contribute.
Can't take that away from her.
All conference team and all that stuff in the playoffs. Now they don't just get them out; you got to earn them. And if Itty Bitty's getting 40, that means they paying a lot of attention to who? 35. That's why 35 maybe get
I
it.
was paying
That's
attention to Big T. That's what they was
That's
doing.
no.
They was finna let Big T beat
Hey,
them.
but look, Toy still got I think she had 20-something that game too. So we still got to look at that now. So don't just say she ain't
Wait a second. I can
Nah.
assure you that they all took place in the first, second, and third quarter.
If you guarantee me that, then
Exactly.
But anyway,
You ain't even got nothing to say.
like I say, Toy gonna be draining them trays. We're gonna build that lead, and that's it. And so I think
But she gonna be driving trays on who? You mean she gonna be shooting over Latoya? No, she ain't. Latoya gonna be blocking them shots.
Hey, I'm gonna get Rakia to go. Somebody for the set a pick.
Itty
Man,
Bitty gonna be picking pockets.
Itty Bitty, we gonna shoot over Itty Bitty. See, all I
Man,
gotta
look.
do, listen. I take Rakia. I go set that pick with
You
her.
realize who Itty Bitty shot that shot over, right?
Now they got the switch
Them
over. Now they
UConn
got a
guards, right?
Now they got a switch, right? So now I got Itty Bitty on Toy. Toy elevate over her, draining trays all night.
Pick a pocket.
Now if I'm in the L, ain't gonna pick my pocket up here, baby.
You can get ball stove from there.
Up here, baby.
Before you even get it up there, you can get it
Up
picked.
here, baby.
You can get it picked.
You see it?
I'm
Look,
rolling
man,
with
what
Itty
you
Bitty,
need to-
Toya, and
What
Martha.
you need What you need to
But-
understand is that Toy is on the Greenville streets, okay? Greenville. It's like a rose that grows. It's a rose.
That's a foul.
It's a rose.
It's a foul.
A rose that grew out of concrete. Okay, that's why she's so tough.
Okay, hey, what's gonna tell the tale? I'm going with McCongo over Arwall, and that's gonna be my clutch.
You realize Arwall just got what honor did she just get? She just got some type of SEC legend honor, I think, right?
Yeah.
Arwall, I mean, she was consistent for 4 years. That's why. McCongo only played too.
But she ain't no slouch now.
No, I ain't say she was, but McCongo only played too.
Who fought that
played
in?
4. Huh?
Who fought that in?
She transferred in. She only had 2 years of eligibility.
Oh well.
I'm saying that's why she ain't gonna be no SC legend because she only played the 2 years. Wawa played the whole 4. That's the only difference. McCongo, she transferred in. So that's why you're not about to say, oh, she was a SC legend. Now she only played those 2 years and then went on to get drafted to the WNBA. So I take my 3 WNBA draft picks.
What 2 right now? You don't know. She's a potential WNBA draft pick if she continues playing at a high level.
Right now, she get drafted.
Man,
I guess, Latoya, what'd you think about that? Would Rakia get drafted right now if she declared?
Yeah, she'll get drafted right now just because of, McDonald's All-American and
The potential.
she was out of high school. So yeah, right now she'll get drafted. But I want to speak on this game. Me and Fad talked about this a little bit. I told him I don't supposed to be saying this on the air, but we still can bet on this game, and I guarantee you, my team's gonna win.
Hey, we need to get this together, man.
My question
it's the off season. We need to have a quarantine game. We get all y'all in the hump somewhere on a black top, and let's have it out.
Hey, let her go and chime in.
The only team I'm worried about is Tan team because they got 2 veterans.
Okay.
And she know how to lead the team.
So that's Tan and who else? Those 2 young. My memory is failing me. Number 5 and is that. I can't see who that is.
That's Chinwe Okori at the bottom.
Yeah, that's
Chinwe Okori. And who's number 5?
I don't know.
I can't put
Lamanu.
Lamanu.
Yeah.
She played on Alexis' team and McCongo's team. They went to the Sweet 16.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, it ain't so much about who would win, but Latoya, why would y'all win?
Because like he said, like I'm reverse with whoever team Vivian's is, I'm reverse that. You said they gonna set a screen. If they got the double mean, somebody gonna be open. So I don't know what they gonna do.
Itty Bitty.
Wait, Latoya. So are you saying that nobody on that team can guard you one-on-one?
Nobody in that whole circle.
Oh, that's why you to go, baby.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna cut you off. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna cut you off, and that's why, because of that mentality. That's why. So don't ever question that GOAT stuff no more. But anyway, keep on talking.
Yeah, I mean, I got confidence in myself. Like you said, I grew up in Greenville. I didn't play with the girls. I played with the boys and guys all day. I never played with the girls until it was organized. So that's my mentality. I'm not going to lie to you. I played against my cousin, and he beat me 32-0. I don't tell nobody that, but I never lose a game one-on-one. Or my team, I don't want my team to lose. So, yeah, I don't see none of the teams beating us.
That dog mentality.
When the coronavirus go away, we need to get that together. Get y'all in shape. You know what I'm saying? And see who would win this. I would love to see that. That would be awesome if we could have that happen. I mean, I know Victoria's coming off a knee injury. Big T, WNBA. We need to make that happen. I would love to see that. Even if we have to replace Big T and Victoria with another awesome scorer and rebounder, I would love to see this happen. I think that would be awesome to see.
Everybody's young enough with hypothetically it can still happen.
That's easy money though.
Ooh.
Well, let me ask you this. What would you do to neutralize Big T?
Martha gonna be guarding her. All we have to do is minimize her move. That's all we got to do with her. It's all about how you study. Like Victoria, we'll make her go left, and we'll make her shoot threes.
Ooh.
So,
and see, that goes to my point. When you said make Rakia shoot three, that's what I said. She's when I was, I mean, like I said, no disrespect to Toya. When I was calling her the baby goat, not the baby goat, but the baby Toya. No, I ain't gonna put goat beside her name. But while I was saying that, I don't think I probably have, but just hypothetically speaking or whatever, I don't think I've seen Toya miss inside 3-point line. And she has potential to be that, but like you say, she got to have that heart and that dog in her to be able to do that, because when she elevates over those, in games, it's like that shot is almost automatic. And that's all I was saying. Like her game in that area right there, her game in that area is it could be so much more. And Toya hitting that Kobe fadeaway, it's just nasty. And so it's like it's soft. A soft shot, and it's like almost automatic.
Who's gonna stop it?
Exactly. I mean, I get that, but I'm looking at this team name. Forget y'all.
And I wanted to say that this is why we call it from the dog's mouth.
What is that? Oh, he just throwing a Vivian's name again.
No, I'm throwing a shot at you.
At me? What shot you throwing at me?
I said, see, that's why we call this segment from the dog's mouth.
God. You know what? Since we have a guest, I'm gonna behave.
But I mean, the thing is that, like, I talk to, I text back and forth with Latoya, and like a lot of the stuff that we talk about is stuff that we really do need to get on from the dog's mouth. Like,
have her own dog's mouth.
Exactly. That is exactly what we need to do. So, because when I was talking to her about getting recruited by what the guy name is at UConn.
Gino Ariel.
That Italian basketball mobster.
Like that was a good story. I be wanting to know all these things. Like, why did you come to Mississippi State? Matter of fact, we got to hear right now. Why Mississippi State over everybody else?
Man, every time I have an interview, I get asked that question. Trust me. First of all, my mentality is to play against the best. Not play with the best, but play against the best, because I wanted to be better. And second, I'm from Mississippi. I was born and raised. I wanted to make my home state better. I wanted us to have attention like they do now. I felt comfortable on my visit there. and I don't know. I'm just a competitor. I didn't want to go to Tennessee. That would have been too easy. That's too easy for me. And I don't know. I wanted to play against those people, basically. I want to play against the best. I want to put Mississippi State on the map.
So,
right, because
so
for me,
you wanted Jordan, you didn't want LeBron. I get it.
I mean, for me, I was like, when, being a kid growing up in Greenville, I think that you graduated from Greenville High, like, let's say, either when I was a freshman or maybe when I was in 8th grade. And our thing was like, oh my God, we had this number one player in the state who's, and then when you said you were going to Mississippi State, like, it was cool because on one hand, like, oh, she's in Mississippi. She can help out, Mississippi State become good. But there was another element kind of like, she decided to go to Mississippi State of all places. Like, she could have went anywhere that she wanted to go. But I kind of immediately understood that she probably wanted to have her own legacy. So just out of curiosity, where all did you go and visit outside of Mississippi State?
Mississippi State. That was my only visit.
You didn't consider anybody else?
Not really. I had more home visits. I had a couple schools come to my home. Of course, I don't know if you heard, but Pat Summit came to Greenville High. Her and her son. I had Kara Ross. I really liked her. And Georgia was in there, but my heart was with Mississippi State. I just liked the coaching staff, and the players. They really made me feel home. And I wanted to stay close to home so my family can come to my games.
You're going to have to excuse me. I have no I'm having a brain fart. Who was Carol Ross again? Who was she coaching at that moment in time?
She was coaching Florida at the time.
Okay.
But she's from Mississippi, though.
Did not know that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, while we at it, me and you talked about like I said about Gino Oriyama. Like, what was your experience like with him trying to recruit?
Actually, I didn't talk to him. I didn't even consider going to UConn. I know, I didn't want to go to a school that was established already or a program that was established already. I wanted to go help build the program, so I didn't even consider. Like, I only considered Tennessee because that's Tennessee, and it was closer to Mississippi. So, and I thought it was cool if Pat Summit would come to Greenville for the first time. People don't know nothing about Greenville, nothing. So I thought that was cool. Everybody knew her, so I just thought it was cool. So I took a home visit from them. But I didn't consider them either, to be honest with you.
I have a question, and this is going to be about the school up north. Did they recruit you?
Yeah, they did, but I never considered them.
Yeah, because talk about what it was like to just beat up on Ole Miss when you were a Lady Bulldog.
It felt good to me. At the beginning, I didn't really know how bad the rivalry was until maybe my sophomore year. I didn't know, but it felt good after that. I didn't know the rivalry was that big.
So what was the moment where you realized how bad things were?
When we had to play there, and we had to have like security, police escort us to the gym.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, what was going on to where they needed security? Like, was it them being hostile or?
I mean, it's always hostile when you go there. I mean, those fans are tough. I ain't gonna lie. But I was focused on the game, so I didn't really pay attention to what was going on the outside. I just knew we had security and police escorts take us there and leaving out. So, yeah, I mean, like, I was really focused. I don't get into that much, but I just know it always feels good to see them lose. You know.
Right
Absolutely.
now, the Lady Bulldogs have been so dominant over that school up north, or that team up north, or whatever nickname we want to call them. So I know you're happy, quite happy of the dominance that your Lady Bulldogs have been able to show over Ole Miss.
I'm just happy. I'm just happy about the program in general, about them beating up on everybody. Never in a million years that I didn't think we would be that good, but they really made me proud. And you know, all the things we went through coming up, we went from having 500-600 fans to 3,000, and now 7,000 for them. Like, it makes me feel proud, It makes me feel like I made the best decision of my life. So it's not even just the school up north. It's the Tennessee, the South Carolina, the teams that basically were loaded when I was in school. So, yeah, I love it. It makes me smile.
It makes me smile.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that we definitely got to do is that, like I said, I could sit up here and talk to you forever because I got questions about your WNBA career and
I think
when you were playing overseas. But we got to get you on for From the Dog's Mouth. Like, we have to. We just have to, okay? But at the same time, I guess that we're gonna call it a wrap for this particular episode. Ken, you got anything to say before we head out?
Man, no, I just want to say it was great talking to you, Toy. I have the great distinction to say I sat next to Toy Thomas during graduation at Mississippi State. I got a picture somewhere of us sitting together. But I ain't got nothing else to say. I just want to say
he put up the Vivian jersey,
and,
which will take an L again to the team led by Latoya Thomas.
I enjoyed the podcast tonight.
I suspect. Same thing to you, Derek. You got any parting shot?
Man, I'm just excited, man. Like I said, I've watched your career from high school to college to the pros. And I've been when we first started this podcast, you were one of the first people I messaged and said, hey, we got to get you on. So we finally accomplished that goal, getting you to be a guest, and can't wait to have you on so we can focus on all about you on From the Dog's Mouth.
All right. And Toy, you got any one last thing that you want to say to Bulldog Nation before we head up out of here?
I got a couple things to say.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I appreciate each and every one of y'all for bringing me on. I know it took y'all a minute to get me on, but I'm happy and I enjoyed the podcast. And without y'all, it wouldn't be possible for me to be the first woman and the second person in MSU history to get my jersey retired. So I'm happy. I'm happy for the fans and the people that really believed in me since I was young. And Fat, I sure hate to say it. I know you got to ride with your family, but that 3-on-3 or 1-on-1, however you want to do it, I am down. I'm ready.
Let me wait a second. Now, before I let you off the hook, when I said that there isn't a clutch gene between the three of them, you said you agree. I have to ask. Could you elaborate on that? Yeah, I'm being messy. What about it?
But see, this is the thing. If I give out their weakness, then the opponent gonna know. See, I watch, I study them. But like I told Fat, I remember telling him, the athletes these days, they're not tough enough for me. So that's what I believe. I don't want to say. I really don't want to say because I know people gonna come back and listen. I don't want to downplay nobody. I love my Bulldogs. I know I'm gonna get something for this. I know people gonna be calling and texting me, but at the same time, I just don't think they're tough enough.
But see, Toy, here's the thing though. You gotta look at this. I mean, being a coach too, the whole dynamic of sports have changed to that. You gotta think about it. If you're calling us soft, you're calling our team soft, and they made it to the Final Four. So think about the dynamics of the whole thing. It's more finesse now. See, y'all were tough. You know what I'm saying? Y'all were like, oh, okay, and y'all had dog mentality. I think
Right.
it's the whole thing has changed now. So I mean, I agree with you on that because, like you said, we weren't. I mean, the toughest thing we did was take 2,000 charges in the season. You know,
Right.
and so it wasn't. I don't remember a time where taking a charge was that's your defense taking a charge. It was actually playing defense. And so, the whole dynamic of the game has changed now. So it is two different styles, but like you said, I mean, what you're saying is true, but that's pretty much the game now. I mean, it's the Steph Curry era. Everybody needs to shoot the ball and let's shoot trades. And let's not play no ball. Let's just shoot the ball. Shoot. There's no, it ain't no grinding and out really no more. And I mean that's across the board. I mean, I'm talking about football too. Everything is finesse, and so but you're right on that aspect of the game. You know a little something.
I think she
That's
knows
why
a
I
lot
think
of something.
to be honest with you, that's why I think we'll win.
Right. And I mean, to be honest with you, just sitting up here listening to you talk, I mean, sound like you got some serious basketball IQ. They need to get you on the staff, okay?
Most definitely.
Everybody, hopefully, it'll be soon. I'm not sure. I can't make y'all no promise, but I would love to go back and coach. But I've been enjoying my family time. Between traveling, playing WNBA overseas, I never had time for myself. And I went to Mississippi State game against Arkansas, and I really enjoyed myself. They showed me mad love, so. I don't know. Hopefully one day.
Because all I know is if we have you on that coaching staff and you walk in there, recruit, I'm committing. Latoya Thomas, I'm committing. So.
But to be honest with you, though, in all seriousness, when I walked in the locker room, I don't think none of the players knew who I was. They didn't even know. So you can't really say that.
Yeah, I can see that because I can see that because we got I have on my coaching staff we have a Super Bowl winning running back. He played with the Redskins decades ago when the Redskins won the Super Bowl.
Timmy Smith.
Who?
Timmy Smith.
No. His name. He was a special teams guy. He was like he got like awards for being a special teams guy. But I think he played fullback. His name is Otis Wansley. He's from Moss Point. And so he came back home. And even for me, I won in Moss Point, I won the state championship, winning tackle, all that kind of stuff, right? And so I get back in town, and so everybody that knows me is like, oh, a legend is back. Oh, a legend is back. All the kids like, who is this dude? It's like, when once the time changes, nobody, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm telling one kid, I'm like, when I did this and I did that, he's like, man, you probably didn't even play. And I'm like, what? And so
yeah.
I understand what she's, I mean, I'm not on Toya level, but I understand what she's saying. When you go back somewhere, they necessarily not historians, and not
look here, man, I wouldn't expect no 4'11" linebacker or nothing like that either. So,
hey, but look, the pictures on the wall, the plaques are in the weight room. We got video evidence, you know what I'm saying? I didn't play in
you probably look like Kyler Murray out there.
But on that second championship, I made the game-winning tackle. Me and my boy Brian Simon, we made the win because he grabbed the dude. He was trying to break the tackle, and then I came to clean it.
You clean it
Who
up.
Who y'all playing against?
South Panola.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I about to say we ain't trying to do front of dog's mouth with Kendrick Vivian.
Hey, from the Tigers' mouth. Wow.
Hey, you was a national championship bully, so
hey, let's go. I got stories.
I agree. That was my best bully for sure.
Say it again.
That's right.
You had the GOAT basketball playing the GOAT bully, baby.
Yeah, okay. the shortest bully. But all right, so
I got the show.
So that's gonna be it for us on the Black Dog Sports Podcast today. Normally I would say praise the Lord and go Dogs, but Vic Schaefer is a common run of the mill Benedict Arnold trader. So I'm just gonna say, okay, bye.
Hey, wait, hold